Good evening, everyone, and poets, and every other person who found time to join us on the maiden edition of our Inkfall International Poetry Meeting. It's so beautiful, so lovely having you join us today, and it's just a memorable occasion having to talk poetry again. It's actually been a long time since we did this. I could actually remember the last time we met to talk poetry as a group, that Info Literary Societies, was actually before the lockdown of 2020. You know what COVID-19 came with, the lockdown, and every other thing that had to change the way we live, and poetry was also affected, of course. So we couldn't actually go meet as we used to meet as a group, but here we are. We are back, thank God to technology, and here we are having the maiden edition of international poetry meeting. So this meeting, we are able to have poets from many other countries of the world join us. We've really had complaints over the years. You know, Inkfall has been 3 years gone now. Poets actually complaining that they are not able to reach us because Inkfall is done only in Uyoda, in Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. And so we were actually looking for a way to make it a global community where every other poet, wherever they were, could actually join us for a meeting like this. And we are happy that today we are able to make this possible. It's really something great for us as a community. It's really something great for us.
Sorry, I need to go for a second. There's been a little accident down here. Please give me like 2 minutes.
All right, so Pono, thank you very much. So today we are having poets join us from different countries. We are having poets from Liberia, Zimbabwe, Uganda, India, and of course the host nation Nigeria. And I have to make this clear that I'm broadcasting live from Kaduna State in Nigeria. Of course, Kaduna is the center of northern Nigeria, if you know Nigeria very well. So welcome to Kaduna. Where are you hearing me from? Of course, I would love to see your comments there. Just hit us on the comment section. Let us know where you're listening to us from. And of course, it's going to be a very interactive station where wherever you are, you can actually join the meeting. We'll be expecting to see your comments on the comment section, and we are going to read every comment we find live. Now, let me show you something. This is the first comment we're actually having from Mario Paulo. Okay, so we are going to put this live for you to see. You can see what he said. Come on, guys. Yeah, we are on. We are on. Thank you very much for that comment, Mario Paulo. Thank you very much. So today we have poets joining us from different countries. We are going to be introducing them in a short while. We have Edwin Olu Bestman, who joins us from Liberia. And of course, we also have Reben, the international president of Inkfall Literary Society, who of course is joining us here from Nigeria, Abuja. I, of course, I said I'm broadcasting from Kaduna. We also have another poet who's joining us from a Zimbabwean poet who is actually currently living in Sierra Leone. That's in Fongo. I think I pronounced that name well. I hope he forgives me if I didn't. We also have a poet joining us from India. That's the person of Rajan Mehra. That's the person of Rajan Mehra who will be joining us live from India. And we're also expecting to have a poet from Uganda, Caroline Afroetri. She'll be joining us from Uganda. We also expect to have a poet from Croatia, that's Ivan Gashina. We hope that we have all of them present today to join us, but very quickly, we are going to be having performances from different poets. And right now, I think I have my brother from Zimbabwe, who is actually currently in Sierra Leone. So, are you ready for us, brother? Yeah, I can see you. Are you ready? Okay, so we're going to be listening to... All right, we are going to be listening to you first.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say thank you. Sorry about earlier. One of my little brothers just had a little accident. I had to run to check that out. But yeah,
sorry about that.
Give thanks. It's not as bad as he made it sound. Anyway, my name is Pongo, aka the owner of the Metaphor. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us on this international poetry meeting. And thank you very much to Peter for giving me the chance, for allowing me the chance to be with you today, guys. So I'm going to perform a poem called "The Rain Dance." Um, yeah, I'll save the spoilers for later or some other time. So I'm just gonna get right into it. It goes something like this. We all had not left the room, no, none had been left, not until the ritual was over. We sat on the floor, cross-legged, frozen, waiting for the first droplet. The ground smelt of thirsty spring had come and gone, but even the trees that hung onto their leaves were grieved to hear them fall to the ground, raising towns of dust that hung above our heads like a friendly ghost come to boast. The rhythm of life could sing to the cries of the bleeding goats. See, we had drank their blood and ate the flesh of their king in an effort to keep soul glued to skin. The people were quiet, but each whispered in their minds the truth unspeakable. The crusty pool that stood atop the cathedral, seemingly violating the sky, rendered her barren. Gone are the days of the rain dance when the rainmaker through the orifices of the hot springs in Bingham disappeared for 7 days and came back with basket loads of harvest maize to tell of the bumper harvest, a gift from the gods of the land. If he came with his hands empty like politicians' promise of food security, the tribe knew that the drums had to beat for the people to clap and the gods to dance until the earth cried tears of rain. We were one with the land, most so gods of the rain. So I pray thee tell which goes to this Valechi stuff. No, no blasphemy. Let's have none of that nonsense for the starving child whose father wakes the fields but the rains don't fall, whose mother gathers the wood but the cat sleeps on the head, whose stomach grumbles the Lord's prayer but all the Lord's are deaf, whose her shoulders will never carry the pleasant weight of a scarf teen as she goes to school. She let pardon me. Pardon me.
Yeah, we with you. We are with you. We are with you. We are with you.
No, no blasphemy. Let's have none of that nonsense for the starving child whose father wakes the fields, but the rains don't fall. Whose mother gathers the wood, but the cat sleeps on the head. Whose stomach grumbles the Lord's prayer, but all the Lord's are deaf. Her shoulders will never carry the pleasant weight of a scarf teen as she goes to school. She bends, but not a single droplet for her throat to cool. So she learns at school that the globe is getting warm. That Mother Earth never speaks, but she whispers silent cries every time a car turns her to a passing smoker, turning her to cloud now. But do you know what smoke does to livers? It will create a hole so big the sun will escape the hands of time and then the solar life. No rain to cool us down, let alone irrigate the Garden of Eden, long lost to the hands of man. The serpent whispers his cry from now until ever. Men shall starve and men shall die a slow and quiet death with every last breath. Mother Earth takes. Thank you. Peace.
Wow, wow. That was great. That was great. That was great. I actually love the way you delivered that. I actually love the way you delivered that piece. I actually picked some things from your piece, and I would love us to talk about it. Can we talk about it a little?
Okay. Let's go ahead, Buff.
All right. There was a point at your piece where you said the cross people that stood atop the cathedral seemingly fucking the sky, rendering her barren. You remember that part in your piece?
Yes. I do remember.
All right. So let me tell you what I actually understand from that part of the piece.
Okay.
Okay. So from the piece, the rain dance. I know you're actually complaining of the rain not falling to water the crops and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Mm.
Now we know that when you use the phrase seemingly fucking. That's like having sexual intercourse. Now, when we have sexual intercourse, there's always the hope that there will be conception and a child will be born, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, like the cathedral is having sexual intercourse with the sky, but it actually renders the sky barren. You get me?
Yeah. Yeah. Growing up, I'm not that old. I'm 23 years, turning 24
Wow.
this year. Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm turning this year. Um, yeah, I'm not that old, but I come from a place where I heard a lot of stories, and I actually assume a lot of us, especially African, heard these stories. That a few years ago, before we got before the Western people came here, before we were colonized, all the missionaries came here to give us everything that they gave us, to take everything that they took away from us. Before then, even during their first years here, there were certain customs like certain rituals that our people used to engage in. And as far as I know, when our people engaged with, when our people practiced those rituals, when our people communicated with Mother Nature, um, everything was going well. Everything was going well. The people never went hungry. Mother Earth was providing for the people. But then came the cross. Came the cross. The cross was already here in Africa, but it wasn't used the way it was at that time. It came and just changed everything, like everything. No matter nowadays people pray a lot, but to be honest with you, there there are no results. There are no
Yeah.
results.
Yeah.
There are little results from what I've seen. As many as there are churches that are there today, there are lots of churches, and people go to those churches every Sunday. Even during COVID, they created those online platforms where they can still get together and pray. But in honest truth, I
Yeah.
haven't seen any change from. That's just me. In honest truth, I haven't witnessed any change about that. So, yeah, most people is seemingly violating everything that we hate, everything that we hate, seemingly violating that. And by violating that, by having sexual intercourse with that. Sorry, I made this piece, I change my pieces sometimes so that I sound politically correct. You had a wheelchair form, I said violating instead of fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
there are some audiences who might even stone you. As much as I love
All
saying my
right.
truth, yeah,
All right.
yeah. So as I was saying, so the course to me came with more burdens instead of solutions. It came with more burdens. So to me, the cross people that I see almost everywhere, every time, every day, like I'm just asking myself, why are people still wasting time with this thing? That's just me.
All right. All right. So we currently have on the studio in the studio with us we have Edwin Olubesman from Liberia who is joining us. Edwin, can you hear us?
Yeah, so I'm hearing you guys.
All right. So welcome from Liberia. All right. So I'm just gonna talk about one part of your piece before I give Edwin a chance to actually deliver his. I actually love the literary devices you use on your piece. I hope you're still with me.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I actually love the literary device you use in a piece. I'm going to actually point out too. There was a place you said the earth cried tears of rain. Okay, that was a beautiful use of personification
Yeah.
there. The earth cried tears of rain. Yeah, there was also another part of your piece where you said every time a car turns her every time a car passes her by, it turns her into a passive smoker. Remember that part of your piece?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I actually love that part the most. You know why? Because of the imagery in that part. Just imagining somebody, a car passing somebody by, and the smoke that just follows the person is as if the person is a passive smoker. That's so much imagery on that piece. I have to really give you a thumbs up on that. You really did well on that piece. I
Yeah,
really
thank you very
enjoyed
much.
listening to you. Yeah, I really enjoy.
Thank you
Okay,
very much,
so
boss. Thank you very much. And
let's switch a little to Edwin. Edwin, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
All right. So Edwin, your piece you have for us, I heard it. Is what endears me.
Exactly what endears me.
All right. So we are all ears. We are listening to you. We are listening to you.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. What endears me? What endears me of all human endeavors towards this ancient art piece of thought in inks is amorous beyond a love affair, far more sublime than a famous broken-hearted, finally finding a prince charming in whose armor she could pull a shine. Beyond a reality of the much expected dreams about the joy of being told, Africa finally finds the common knowledge through a revolutionary generational reading. Blaze beyond the news about leaders of Liberia rendering an account devoid of all reasonable doubts for all her debts to the globe, especially China, answering to the shattered dreams of every Liberian child begging for arms on the streets on their own home soil. Ahead of the incomparable, overwhelming sensation in the tears of joy for the realization of dreams about educational professional careers we pursue in the classrooms of the schools from streets from the last drop of family financial resources are redefined, garnished with zero unemployment and availability of well-paying decent jobs. The inexpressible excitement finding a well-deserving, indestructible Amazon of enlightened illumination up the shoulder of every single one of us, to which attraction shall earn us foreign exchange for the trees of development, through intelligible creativity, innovation, untiring intellectual proactive productivity, with conscious global sensitivity towards sphere of stillness humanity with untouchable hospitality, in straight antipathy devoid of any inflamming magnanimity of ignorance on the continent of Africa. Now, when formidability to your heart is broken just too many times and conviction fail to lend you a pulse of hope, poetry is an show comfort in desolations. When the very life you live tastes like gall in the mouth of your earthly existence, where no amount of comfort you solicited seems to nurse your desolation, poetry offers you the priceless therapy. You need or know how about juicing your sweetness beyond taste of honey out of your bitterness. When homelessness giving birth by poverty, denationalized children of Liberia in Liberia, giving them the assurance of no future prospects through failed political promises in their own home country, much less any success seeking greenery in diaspora, portray impregnates your confidence into giving birth to your courage in asking your president if being president today would have been possible. Are you not being dealt with the same neglect and callousness we see spreading out from Morovia to Ghana, Nigeria, Burundi, with a spirality of an infectious spectacle in the heart of Africa? When sponsored tweets tweeted and retweeted with hashtags across all social media handles carrying photographs of malnourished children and women from war-torn countries far off the coast and Gulf of Africa as African traumatizes your humanity and depression holds you by the collarbone, ready to drop you deep down the open arms of the abyss, read and if you can, read all your frustration in an anthology of poetry. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable comrades, poetry heals, embodies, empowers, inspires, informs the intellect with futuristic eyes to see clear and speak up unhating wisdom in its divine capacity as language of the gods. Poetry does not entertain the global lip service for human rights to peace. It offers hospitality wholeheartedly and clocks homelessness, hopelessness, and destitution of all deprived from the stone cold hearts of global political heartlessness in service to humanity. Should you ask humble me, Mr. Baxman, why I so love poetry? My answer would be no other than need I say more. Thank you.
Wow, that was great, best man. That was wonderful. You
Thank you.
know,
Thank you.
you can clap. I know you wanted to clap. You can clap.
Yeah, that's
you know,
wonderful,
you know.
brother. Wonderful praise to poetry.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's
Thank
much
you so
praise to
much.
poetry. You know what I actually love so much about that performance is that you looking at your the title of that piece, people will actually be expecting something very shallow, but you took it deep. You took it deep, talking about deep things about Liberia, about Africa. You spoke
Exactly.
about the lack of accountability in Liberian politics, the
Exactly.
debt owed to different countries, especially China. That's not just a Liberian thing, that's an African thing. It's a Nigerian thing as well. So the fact that you were able to switch from something very shallow, giving your listeners, you gave them not what they expected, and that to me is classy. It's a wonderful way that you actually made that piece come out, and the fact that you made it look as if poetry is the only consolation we have. It's something very wonderful.
Exactly.
And,
Thank
and
you.
and again, there was actually a part of your piece that I picked something out where a literary device you used there. You said depression holds you by the collarbone, ready to drop you
Exactly.
deep down the open arms of the abyss. There are actually
Yeah.
two literary devices there. First, depression holds you by the collarbone. Now that specification,
Exactly.
and then in the same line, you also said ready to drop you down to the open arms of the abyss, like the abyss having open arms. Man, that's wonderful. That's so much creativity in just one line. I really enjoy listening to that.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so viewers who are actually streaming live from wherever you are, we may not really be taking much today because actually our guest poet who we were actually expecting has some technical issues with connecting. We have poets like Caroline who couldn't actually connect with her audio. Rajat Mera couldn't also connect, and as such, we couldn't actually bring in as much as expected. But we hope to work on really getting our connections back well. We even if it's possible, moving to another platform aside from this, where we could actually have a clearer, uh, more people join us and a clearer broadcast. I think we'll do that. Our next meeting is going to be on the 25th of April, and we hope that before then we can actually put things together. So, this is me from Nigeria saying thank you very much for all the poets who came out to perform today and join us. Of course, the videos are going to be live on YouTube, so you can actually always go back, refer to them. And I'm going to copy the link. Of course, you can also get the link for yourself and actually go through what we've done today. It's actually been amazing. I actually enjoy listening to you, poets. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much. May we hear final words from you, please?
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. And if you are watching this, I'm really, really grateful. You took out your time to get us. Thank you very much. May the universe grant you all your wishes. Remember, there is no manual to this life thing, so go ahead. It does not hurt. You have nothing. Whatever that you want, everything that you want, go
All right. Thank
ahead.
you, brother. Thank you, brother.
So
Thank you. So,
I
Edwin,
want
Edwin.
yeah, I want to say thank you so much for having me. Like I said, my name is Edwin Bestman from Liberia, and this is a great opportunity for a young man like me, to be part of this meeting. And I would also like to be part of the next meeting, and I hope we can continue doing this to, you know, to, I mean, to just keep on ourselves, to seek the development of Africa and everywhere that we find ourselves. Thank you so much.
All right, so to the viewers listening to us from home, those watching us from wherever you are, to Inkfall members in Nigeria and across, thank you very much for joining us. The videos, of course, are going to be available on YouTube, so you can actually always go back there and listen to what we've done and get ready for the next meeting, which we hold on Sunday, the 25th of April, 2021. From me, I am Peter Benjamin Peter, and I say thank you for joining us. We'll see you again in April. Thank you very much.